Right. Oh, hello Daniel. Just wait for a few more people to join in, then we'll get down to it. How are you anyway? Get all this lot out of my way. Quite long one that is. Don't need that. Right. Hello. Just grab. All right, buddy. Hello, angling addict. Shout out to you. Hello, Colin. What's up, bud? What we making today? I was thinking about doing up and over rigs, pulley droppers. I can make a flapper rig. I think it's called a Wessex rig. But most of the rigs I use, 9 times out of 10, are going to be a pulley dropper or an up and over rig. Unless I'm fishing for wrasse, then I'll use a flapper rig. Hello on my day as it rained. Hello on a day as the rain returns. Yeah. It only happens when I go live, doesn't it? Right, let's get to the box then. Move this out the way. I'll put these here. No, these aren't real ammunition. I used to do a lot of airsoft back in the day. A lot of airsoft. We like a pulley dropper. Just put a video out on it. How do you make your pulley dropper? I've seen people, yeah, for an example, say it's going to make no sense to you, but it's sort of like a hook, like this, but really, like similar to that actually, like just a clip bit here, and obviously it has the circle end like a swivel does, but it don't turn like a swivel, and then you clip that on instead of your swivel. It works, I've tried it, but I'd rather use a swivel. Yeah, just move all the stuff out the way. I grabbed my box. I've got 2 things in my hand at once. Put that over there. Might as well show you my tackle box while I'm here. I've worked very hard on it. Very, very hard. Hello, Eastbourne Fisherman. Shout out to you. Love your videos. Absolutely brilliant. This is how I do my ones, but bent Gemini and swivel. When you mean, oh yeah, I know what you mean, yeah. You do what I do. Here's a quick sneak peek of my tackle box. So, if you're wondering how I've got bits and bobs to stick up on here, you can get an accessory tray, like this one, off Breakaway Tackle. I think it retails around 14 quid, but then with postage, probably, I think it's about 18 or 19 quid. But you also do get these multiplier holders here. You can fit a fixed, like, you can fit I'd say a small fixed ball on it. Ideally, they're for multis. If you're wondering how I've stuck these things on, it's just some sticky Velcro, look. It's just like sticky tape on one side, and you just stick your Velcro on it. I stuck a few rigs on here, moonglow beads, and obviously you put all your weights in here, and then down here is just all your bits and bobs, like camera equipment, headlamp, you know, rig wallets, reels, blah blah blah. Got a bit of goo from Amazing Fishing UK, absolutely lovely bloke, I'm sure you all know him. Change the stickers up on them as well. Thought it'd be a little bit more neat instead of having them all plastered on the side. That's all right anyway. Down here I've got just my fishing rods along here, my bivvy. That's a cushion I made for my chair actually. My girlfriend's dad went nuts about it. It was part of a gym mattress, but it works anyway. So yeah, I got my bivvy here, seats, bits of line, and then my shelf, my reels. That is awesome, I love this. Absolutely awesome. I just got my lures and leads up here. This is where I keep everything in this caravan. In the back of my garden, all my fishing stuff's in here. Everything. So I've got tripods here. Got a brolly. Kayak rods. I need to fix this kayak rod. It's broken right on the end. I don't know how to do it. So if any of you would help me out on that, that'd be brilliant. That is not real. Don't worry about that. It's airsoft. I used to do a lot of it back in my day. Absolute machine. That's airsoft, not a real gun. Airsoft, okay? Right, back to fishing now anyway. So, I'll just read a couple of these comments out quickly. Hello, Eastbourne Fisherman. Wade, is your Abu standard 6,500? Love my rocket reels, but moved to Pen. Yeah, it is a standard one. It's an original, made in Sweden. Because I believe they make them in China now. I was lucky to pick it up. I picked it up for 20 quid. I think online they go for about, I've seen them to go between 150 to 200 quid. But, you know, you could pick them up second hand like I did, 20 quid. Ideal. I've bird's nest it once. Because I've only just started learning with multipliers because, I don't know, I think what I'm going to do is fix balls in that. Obviously I'll take them to a beach and rock fishing. I probably won't fish with a multiplier on rocks because it's going to be a pain in the backside. But where I will use a multiplier is like, because beaches we've got on the north coast up here, they're flat. Like it's flat to a long way out and then it will drop off. So you need that distance. So that is probably where I'm going to use a multiplier. So I'm no master at casting. My average cast is probably like 80, 90 yards. At a push, if I'm doing good, probably 100. Components. Oh, it's all just fell out of the bag. Oh, it's all on the floor. It's right, we've got bits on there. We've got bits. I'm just going to be using these. Start off with an up and over rig. Actually, no, that's a lie. I'll start off with a pulley dropper rig. I'll show you how I make mine. You've probably all seen it, but I'll show you again. Pop these bits back in here. Don't need them. Actually, I could use one. You're gonna follow what I do, yeah? I hope you all got your stuff out on your desk, like I have. Put it down a little bit lower so you'll be able to see-ish what I'm doing. Yeah, it's like balanced. Put it that side, look. There we go. Okay. Right, so what are you gonna do for the pulley dropper rig? Just grab a little bit of line. In this case, this is £50 Amnesia, what I've got left. You can just use straight up £50 mono. Look at the state of that spool. That's fine. So that's all good. The joys of filming on your own. Yeah, it's brilliant. Usually Max will do it with me, but obviously social distancing. But when we are out, Max does film me most of the time. Okay, £50 line. I'll probably say about, what's this? I don't know, probably 5 foot, maybe 4.5. Swivel. First thing you need is a swivel. There's some swivels I'm using. Some rolling swivels, size 3, Cox and Rule. They're good. These are good swivels. So I find you buy the cheapy ones. I'm not trying to big up a brand or anything, but you buy the cheapy ones, they won't turn as much. You roll them in your hand like that, that just moves so smoothly. That's what you want. You don't want it tangling. Here's a good tip for you. Pop the swivel on. I'll just blood knot this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're probably thinking, why have you done 5, Joe? 5 turns on it. The heavier the line, the less turns you have to do. You'll see what I mean. Otherwise you ended up with one bulky knot. My hand's still not 100%. It still does hurt there and then, but it's better than what it was. There we go. Nice neat little knot. Find my scissors. I lost the scissors last time. Where have I put the scissors? Right in front of me. Cut that tag end. Now a bead, preferably a squishy bead, but if you don't have a squishy bead, then just your normal little hard ones will do. Put that on. 1 bead, okay? That's it. 1 bead goes on. And then you can use either one of these. You can use one of these pulley beads, breakaway ones. But I used to get along with these really well, but then they start tangling around these bits. Gets on my nerves, so I've gone back to these ones now. I use a green one so you can see it. A pulley bead, can just use a swivel. That goes on. And then you would need a, people know them as bent Gemini. On here it's called a rig clip 90-degree up eye. This is what it's called. I'll show you the difference. So it's basically one of these, but with bent and twisted 90 degrees. That's literally what it is. So you need this one, okay? Make sure you put it on this way. Do not put it on that way. So put it on from the top, okay? That goes on. A bead. That goes on. And then down to an imp, or for example, this is just a weight clip with a bait holder on it. Or you can use one of these leads if you've got any. They'll work fine because they've got a bait holder on them. Okay, just tie that on. And then your rig body should look something a little like this. I need the pliers for that. Okay, just have a look through the comments quickly. Amazing Fishing UK, shout out, big shout out. He's here. What a legend. That's what I love about the YouTube community. Everyone just, you know, supports everyone, especially the fishing side to it. Support has been absolutely unreal. Like, for example, me and Amazing Fishing, we bounce off ideas from one another each time about different rigs, tactics, baits, and all that. We both try it, and then, you know, sometimes it works. Catches that fish. So yeah, this is what your rig body should look like. So you've got your swivel at the top, and then you put on a bead, pulley bead, your bent Gemini, and a bead, and your weight clip. Okay, now for the snood. I can't get the comments up, hang on. It's going so quick. Amazing Fishing, Joe. Oi, oi, Joe, you okay, mate? Hello, Andy Scott. Nice to see you on here. So for the hook snood, just grab another one of your swivels. Now this is a question I have for you guys. Would you rather use just this like a standard £30 trace? It says, oh, I'll show you, look. I can't read it backwards. So it says control stretch factor, high knot strength, low diameter and low visibility. That's £30 clear line. Or I've got some 100% fluorocarbon, which is, what's this? I think it's £25 line. Pretty sure it is. Which one should I use for the hook snood? Because they both sound quite good, but I'm not too sure. I'm modding for Inglorious at the moment, as he's live. He's funny chap, he is, Inglorious. Community is great, all in it together, loving the life. You know it. £30. I use £30 there. So there we are. So, because my rig body's about 5 foot, I'd say. Yeah, 5 foot, 4.5. I want to make that hook snood about half the size of it. So if it's 5 foot, 2.5. Or just like try and get it around there. It doesn't have to be spot on. So I'll go about there. That's absolutely fine. Snip. Snip. Swivel goes on. How many of you are actually making rigs while watching me? Bet you've all made too many now. Just wet that. Pull that down. Cut that tag end. And now for your hooks. For this one, I'll just use whatever, you know, hook I've got. Here, look, some Cox and Rule 1.0s. Here we are. Oh, that's not a 1.0, but I'll use it anyway. And then for the panel, I shall use, I think I've got some smaller chinos in here, actually. I should have some smaller. No, these are 3.0s, aren't they? Talking to myself again, that. Ah, that's fine. Yeah, it should work. Yeah. What I like to do. Oh God, comments. What you got there? Oh, depends on the conditions. Rough, I would do mono. I'm just gonna do £30 for this one. Next rig I make, I'll use the fluoro. I had a £20 conger from Blackhead this morning. Did you, Bob? Did you, Bob? I'm sitting at work on my lunch break. Jeez. What'd you do for work, angling addict? What am I doing now? I've lost my trace. I lose everything. This is what I'm like on the beach. I'll put something down and I'll be like, well, where's that gone? Oh, found it. Just gonna put on my Cox and Rule chino. I love these panels. Brilliant. And then, you guys probably don't do this, but it's a must for me now. After I've seen what my bait looks like when I fling it hard. A big old cast on it. You need a bit of this. You don't have to, but I prefer to. A bit of this rubber tubing. That's what you want to call it. A small bit like that. Just grab your hook. It will stop it sliding up and down the hook, and then it just stops your bait from this coming out your bait really, and all digging it into it from a different angle. It just keeps it there nice and firm. So all you're going to do on this one, just put that on the end of your line. And then you grab your hook. Now, you do not want to put it on like this, because look, if I put that on, follow it around that, that's what it's going to look like. It's going to be a mess. So what you want to do is you want to tilt this bit, this tag end, down, pointing towards, I don't know, your feet. And then you go in through the tube. See that? Going in through the tube now. It does take a bit of prodding and squeezing to get it through, but trust me, it works. I haven't had it come undone yet. There you go. See that's on? And then pull that through. Look at that. That's on there, that's not going nowhere. It's a good little tip that I learned, so, you know, keeps the bait on there. It's time I have a hook on now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, my tea's probably gone cold now. Shame. See you later, angling addict. It was nice of you to join. Take care, buddy. What kind of bait would you never use? Well, that's a really good question. Really good question. Angling addicts are nice. Oh wow. That's a really good question. One bait I'd never use. Never ever use. Ah, there you go. Limpets. I'd never use limpets. Or cuttlefish. I'll probably never use cuttlefish again. There's black stuff you get on your hand is insane. Absolutely insane. It's a good bait, but I just can't be bothered getting my hands all dirty. Especially Max. He's he don't like getting his hands dirty. Sometimes I have to bait for him. He's a bit of a woman. But yeah, this is what your hook snood looks like. It's just a swivel down to your hooks and that bit of rubber tubing, of course. I'll show you why. Because look, once you got your bait on there, yeah, you normally wrap it around like that. Just do it like, I don't know, 2 or 3 times around there, and you try and pull that. That's, look. See what I mean? That's not going nowhere. There's me pulling on it. See? Didn't move. Absolutely brilliant. It will slide if you put too much pressure on it, but once you cast out, it's not going to move. And all you do now, you grab your body rig, and you're just gonna, I'll just hook myself. Just grab your body rig where you got your bent Gemini there. That is where the swivel is just going to clip onto. There you are. That is one complete pulley dropper rig. That is how I do my pulley droppers. I'll show you what it looks like clipped down. If I grab a weight, if there's one here. Where's a weight? I did have a weight here. There it is. Clip this. I can't even put a weight on that. How embarrassing. There we go, it's on. Right. This is what it's going to look like. So you come down the line from your rod tip, your shock lead or main line, whatever you want. And that you'll tie on to your pulley bead, this green one here, that little swivel is on top. And then you'll clip that bent Gemini, that little pokey bit here, clip that onto that swivel. Oh, it's much easier when it's on the line, I'll tell you that. There. Okay. And then you'll grab your hooks and you'll clip it onto your bait holder. I'm trying to do it. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Got it. And there you go. That's what it looks like when it's ready for casting. See how it's clipped onto there. You can use an imp or one of them leads that I've shown you. There's the clever part. I'll show you if it stays still. Rotate it. there you go, that's the clever part. Obviously that bead is where your main line's going to come. When that hits the water, your lead hits the bottom like that, releases that hook off there. Like I said, here's the clever part. I'm just going to hold this tight so I can show you. Right, that swivel that you clipped on will unclip off that little bent Gemini, like that. You see that? That's come down, and your trace will flow down to the bottom of your lead there. That's where the squishy bead comes in handy. It just cushions it when it hits on impact. And then that's just on the bottom like that. And obviously when you reel it in, your leads come in before the fish, so your lead doesn't get stuck in your rocks. Good little rig. I'll just unclip this one now. Just put it in a wallet, and then we're going to the up and over. I'll wrap this one up. Probably missing loads of comments now, aren't I? North Sea low tide from Scotland, I take it. Wow, that is far. Insane. Whoa! Amazing fishing. Do you use limpets? I guess it's right for, I don't know, if you're chumming or something, or if you really want to eat them. I'm not a big fan of eating shellfish. I've never even tried a crab or lobster. Or a prawn. Actually, that's a lie. I've tried prawn. It's okay. But yeah, never tried lobster or crab. So just wrap that one up, and you get little wallets like this, keep them, your rigs will go in them. Or where I used to work in a factory, I used to laminate, well, it's sort of like a sealer, if you want to call it, and they had this excess bit of plastic bag like that, and I'll just say, are you using these? And they go, no, we just bin them. I go, well, I could use them. And they let me just seal the corners off, and that's what my rig goes in, like that. Just like that. There you are. There's one rig complete. That's a lot smaller. That's about 3 foot. 3 foot? Yeah, about 3 foot. Up and over rig now. Let's do it. It's hot in here. Right, starting off with your up and over rig, you will need one of these bait clips. Doesn't have to be just drop them on the floor again. It doesn't have to be Gemini, it could be any brand, doesn't really matter, as long as it's got that little clip bit there. Tie that on through the little hole there. Okay. I'm going to use the pliers on this one. There's nothing to grab onto. Pull that nice and tight. That's a very neat knot. Look at that for a knot, eh? Always a comment. Any opinions? Hang on a minute. I'll reply to North. Oh, amazing fishing. You don't use limpets. Okay. Okay. I'm just 5 minutes over the English border. Any luck on getting a new job yet? No, not yet. They're all like, I've looked all over the place at the minute. They're all like caring and that. I don't want to do caring. I'd take my hat off to people that do it. I would not do it. It's something I would not do. But that's all I've seen, because obviously, well, I've tried getting in touch with, you know, your local supermarkets. So Aldi, Lidl, Asda, Tesco's, all that, but never got back to me. Especially B&M, they really annoyed me. They did. You go, oh yeah, bring down your CV, because I'd done a walk-in on them. So I bring down your CV. I took it down to them, and then they never got back to me. So their loss, I guess. I'll just reply to that other comment quickly. Any opinions on that bottle fish aroma for scent? You mean Seago, Solent Seago? See them used a lot. Bottlefish aroma. Are you on about this? Where's it gone? There's one. You on about that? I haven't caught a decent fish on it yet. The only fish I have caught on it is just dogfish and conger eels. Now I did put it to a test when Greg gave me this one, which is sand eel flavour. I did put out a mackerel bait, one without this scented on it, and then one with this scent on it. And obviously they picked up the one with the scent on it. So it goes to show it does work, but then it could be, you know, he just seen that one first. But I don't know, until I catch a big fish on it, then we'll be laughing. Back to the up and over rig, you just clip that on, and then you grab a bead. I'm just going to use a squishy bead. More stink, better. That's for congers, Greg. They love it. Grab the mankiest bait you got. If you leave bait outside and it's all manky, do not throw it. Put it in a tub and go fishing that day. If it's absolutely stinking, congers will love it. The stinkier the better for conger, especially bullhuss as well. Bullhuss love stinky baits. Even if the mackerel's got like moss or flowers growing out his head, the bullhuss and congers will love it. But obviously you can't beat fresh mackerel. As soon as you caught mackerel, you can't beat fresh mackerel. I'm going to use an imp here. You can just use one of these again if you want, but I prefer to use imps. Just going to pop this on. These are fiddly little things to put on. Like prod it and poke it and it clicks and then it goes on. I don't know how old people get these on. Must break their hands doing it. Just going to grab a swivel. Just a normal rolling swivel again. Put that onto my imp. Now if you are using one of these instead of the imp, if you can fit a swivel in there, that'll be helpful. But if you can't, don't worry. It's not the end of the world. It will still catch fish. But I really like these imps. It saves me losing my breakaway leads. So you've got your weight clip on there, your bead. On goes the swivel with your imp. On that goes. And then another bead. I've made so many rigs, insane. I think I said it on the last live video. So it should look something like that. So your weight clip, bead, swivel on the imp, and then another bead. And then you're going to go down to a swivel. Another swivel. Just tie that onto the end. Now this up and over's got a sliding lead action. You've probably, well, if you've watched the video, you know what I'm on about. Just gonna put in this clip. Well, that's probably gonna slip that knot. No, that's fine. Okay. Down to your swivel. And then I'll just use some fluorocarbon for this one. Now the good thing with an up and over rig, your hook trace can be the whole length of the body. Yes, it can be the whole length of the body. It's all going to be clipped down, and it can be, so one length of the body and half of it. Don't have to be precise, but yeah, so 1.5. So say my rig body's like this long, about, you know, 3 foot. I'm going to go about 6 foot. which is probably like that. Okay, snip that. Probably missed a ton of comments again, haven't I? Just a quick one to say hello. I'm stuck in work. Hello, Master Fisherman. Shout out to Master Fisherman. I watched a couple of your River Mercy videos with your cod, especially the one in the awful conditions. Managed to bag a few though. So this is your hook trace with tight on tap swivel. This is probably the quickest to make out all the rigs I'm doing. Now I'll put that through there. Scissors, scissors. Now down to your hooks. Watch these. Let's use a yeah, go on then. That's a 2.0 Cox and Rule Specimen X, and for the pennel I will do I'll just do a 1.0. It's probably a wider gauge actually, this one. Is it a wider gauge? No, it's just skinnier in size. Well, it'll do. Cox and Rule Specimen X 1.0, that one. On she goes. Now, of course, yes, another bit of rubber tubing. I think I just missed a comment. I will reply to all the comments. That's what I mean about the community. Is brilliant. Caught my ray on Seagoo. Had both identical baits. Out took the Seagoo one. I haven't caught a ray yet. I need to catch one. I get fawnies down where I live, apparently. I'm down, because obviously I'm based in Cornwall, so I've spoken to a few people, and not far from me, about an hour's drive, we can get fawnies. But I've apparently on my local beach people have had them, but I've fished there for years and I've never had a fawny. The best thing I've had off my local beach is probably a 5-pound wrasse and a 4.2 bass. Oh, you're nasty and sharp. Right, there's a 2A. Tie this bad boy on. There you are. That is the up and over rig. I'll show you how it clips down. So I'll just grab my weight. Yep, I've lost it again. Does anyone see it on the desk? I've lost my weight. Oh no. Oh, I found it. Found it. Weight goes onto your imp or your weight clip, whatever you decide to use on this bit. Okay. So this is what I mean about the sliding lead action. So you've got a sliding lead on there. Whoosh. Main line comes down from your rod tip, clips onto there, we'll tie it on. And obviously you bring your hook snood up, clip it onto there, down, oh, until you can clip it onto your imp or bait clip. And there you go. Up and over rig. Obviously when that comes undone, hits the seabed, pings off, like that, and your trace comes down here. Big, nice long trace on the bottom. Just take this weight off now. Just fold this one up, put it in a bag, in a baggie. Do you get many bull husks up where you are, Greg? Don't think I've seen one on your channel. Where you get congers, you'll find bull husks. There you go, another rig in. You don't get bull husks up where you are. Jeez. Oh, I suppose it's on like, mostly on the southwest way, south coast way, innit? Where you get them mostly. I've had them on the north coast. I suppose you can get them anywhere. It's just if they're there. Specimen X, they're really good hooks. Yeah, I've had tons of them, but I've used them all. I've just used my, well actually I've got two here. They're from what I had last session. Don't know if I'm going to use them yet. I love these ones as well. I really like using these ones. Cox and Rule Surf Uptide X's, I think they are. They're like super duper sharp. Look at the point on that. Razor sharp. But that's a 4.0. I think 4.0 is a bit big, so I've dropped down the size to 3.0, which are here. So they will be nice. You can get the mustard version of them. They're alright. They're a little bit, they're not as strong, but they do the job. I've had plenty of fish on these. I've had some of my best fish on these. In fact, most of my fish I've had caught on the pennel hook instead of the bottom. But when they are caught on the bottom, it's usually the bigger fish that takes the bottom hook. See you soon. Hacker mate, stay safe. Got to go out now, lads. Enjoy the life. See you later, Master Fisherman. Shout out again. Okay, I think I missed some comments. I think I saw a flapper rig in there. Let's have a look. What are your 3 favourite rigs, mate? That's the question for the Eastbourne fisherman. Do you not use the pulley dropper, Greg? I'd say it's so much better than the pulley rig. I find the pulley rig, it tangles around the body of the rig. That's obviously something like most of the time it won't, but when it does, it gets annoying. Wastes fishing time. That's the only disadvantage I would say about the pulley rig. It wraps around the body. What rig do you want to see me make now? I don't think I'll make a pulley rig. They make simple and easy. It's very easy. I remember the first time I made it actually. I was over the moon. I thought I was like the best fisherman in the world because I made it. I caught like one of my biggest congers on it. It was brilliant. Shall we make flapper rig? Why not? Why not? Flapper rig. What you want to get is your £50 mono. Get about 4 foot of it. Do you prefer single over treble hooks? I always go single. Give us a flapper. He's keen. Okay, about 4 foot, 3.5. I'll go 4. I'll go 4. Okay, 4 foot of line. Snip, snip, snip. This is how I make my flapper rigs. Yet again, you people might find it different how the way you make it. So what I'm going to tie on first is a swivel. I'm just going to use a dirty swivel for this one. Yeah. Okay. Swivel. On goes your swivel. That's where your main line from your rod tip's going to come down. You're going to tie that onto there, or clip it on. Okie dokie. Snip that. Now you need to get hold of some crimps. I should have some crimps. Let me have a look. This is what I've done. I've put all my rig making in boxes like these, because where I used to work, we had you know, they used to chuck loads of boxes out, and I said I'll have them. That's where I put my rig making. Ooh. Found some. Rightio. These are 1.2mm soft rig crimp by Rovex C Terminal Tackle. I've always used these ones for crimps, they work fine. Oh, dropping them everywhere. Okay, so grab a crimp. I need to put this on my channel actually, how to make the flapper rig. It's not on there. Now, I can't talk if I've got it in my mouth. Cut your line about, I don't know, 45 degrees. So you got a nice point on it like that. You probably can't see it, camera probably won't pick it up. But it just makes the crimp go for it a lot more easy. On it goes. On goes your crimp. Then you will need a bead. I use these plastic ones. Actually, no. I'm going to use smaller ones. Actually, maybe. No. I don't know. No. We use these ones. Can't even grab it. Okay. Bead. On goes your bead. Swivel. I'm going to use some smaller swivels. These are size 4. Because this rig is when I do take it beach fishing, it's only a scratching rig. I'll only put like a little sliver of mackerel or squid, or like half a ragworm or a bit of the ragworm's tail. It's just a little, you know, just to pick up anything really. On goes your swivel. And then another bead. Bead. On that goes. And then a crimp. Crimp. Funny name, innit? Crimp. And there you go. And it will look something like that. Crimp, bead, swivel, bead, crimp. So have a look at the comments. I only use trebles on spinning lures, or my top water lures have singles. I use trebles when I go. I don't do much spinning at all. All I know is I've got a decent spinning rod and some crappy reel I've got with it. But all I've ever caught on it is, I take it wrassing because it's nice and light, and obviously you want to go light when you go wrasse fishing because it's a better fight. But yeah, all I've had that is gurnard, mackerel, pollock, wrasse, whiting, dogfish. But yeah, I don't really do much lure fishing. I ain't got the patience for it. I'd rather be lazy and just whack out a bait out there and just sit and wait. I don't know how people do it. So yeah, we're going to crimp these down now. So you want to grab a pair of pliers, or a crimping tool would be even better, or some round nose pliers. And you just want to go about 3 inches below the swivel. And you don't want to absolutely clamp the crimp down tight. You just want to give it like a little indent, so it just deforms it a little bit, so it can hold down the line. Because if you go too far down, it will actually cut into the line, and obviously when you give it one big welly of a cast, it's just going to break. So just a nice easy squeeze down, so it just deforms the shape of the crimp a little bit. Okay, you want to do the other side. Like so. Now this bit, I'm going to be a bit careful here. You don't want to ram that other crimp right close to it and have your swivel like really tight like that, so it doesn't move, you know what I mean, like it gets stuck. You want to have that swivel so it's moving freely like that, look. Okay, so you don't want to clamp it right next to it. Give it a little bit of room, not too much room, the tiniest amount of room, so it has a little bit of movement. And there you are. There's one part of it. See how it's moving freely? Just want to give that a good tug. You know, make sure that's not going to snap off, which it isn't. Lovely jubbly, I'm happy with that. And then I'm just going to have my hook trace on here, probably about, I don't know, half a foot maybe. Don't want it long. Yet again, it's only a scratching rig. So I'm just going to grab some fluoro. Don't want the traces ginormous. Probably like that. That's fine, that's probably about a foot. Tie that bad boy on. I think people are liking this flapper rig. I haven't done one on the channel. This is how I make mine. Okay, just cut that tag end. There's your hook length. Winky face. Back again for a few minutes. Forget to like it, lol. Right. So you just want to grab that line, put it down to where you roughly think, or you know that's going to go. That's where your hook's going to be. Give it a little gap, probably like that. And then you want to set your other crimp there. So if I just put up in that now, grab the other crimp. Okay. Just line that one up quickly. That should be fine here. I'll set that here. Okay, that's that crimp set. Ain't going nowhere, look. It's not eating the line, it's not going to snap. Bead. Oh dear, I need to get... I ain't got any more red beads. think I got some in here there. Yeah. Okay, so crimp bead. Another swivel. And then a bead and then a crimp. So you swivel. Your bead. And your crimp. I've lost them. There they are. I haven't got many of these left. Oh, I made some mackerel feathers when I was at my girlfriend's a while ago. It's actually pretty good. I was over the moon. I didn't think I'd make them, but never knew they were that easy to make. I think I put like 6 hooks on them, so I'm going to try them. Obviously when the mackerel in. So yeah, again, don't want to push that crimp, like suffocating that swivel, we'll call it. Give it a little bit of freedom to move. Grab some more fluoro. About a foot again. I'm not saying this is the right way to make it. This is all I'm doing. I'm just showing you guys the knowledge that I have, what I've been taught. I'm just passing it on. I'm no absolute expert on fishing. I just love the sport. Okay. Just nice and tight. Just cut that tag in. Now we're going to put on the hooks. Show how bored people are getting seeing rig making videos. Only 6 watching. There is no experts. Yeah, we're always learning while we're fishing. Always learning. Okay, see that? And then I'm just going to put a weight clip on the end of here. I've got one somewhere lying around, I'm pretty sure. There it is. I found it. Gotta get it off. Okay. Right. Just gonna tie that on. Anyone ever use, dare I say, pork, chicken, lamb as bait? I used to use bacon to catch crabs. Don't see why pork or chicken wouldn't work. Right, put on the hooks now. So I'm just going to put some sequins on because, you know, I'll give the fish a little treat. They can see a little bit of bling if they want. I'm just going to use these lovely and sparkly ones. They're like silver sparkly. Now, hook size I'll use on these, it'll be anything from a 1/0 to a 2/0. You don't need massive hooks for it. I don't know if I even got any. I'll just use these specimens here. No, maybe not. Let's get the hooks out now. The hook box. They're way too small. I think I've got some worm hooks in here. Yeah, I do. I'll probably put worm baits on here, to be honest with you. What I like about like worm hooks is they also work very well with like any other baits, because if I show you, these are just some 1-0 mustard worm hooks. Right, like any hook, yeah, it's got a barb there, but then also it's got barbs on the long bit of the hook. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if the camera can pick it up. So it's got barbs here, it's got one barb there and another barb here to keep that worm on there. Okie dokie. Tie this one on. Right, next one. Just gonna put that sequin on. Now this one doesn't clip down when you're casting. I think it was the Eastbourne Fisherman. If you're still watching, I think you clip yours down, which was quite interesting. I've never really seen them clip down. Must give that a go. Okay, snip. And there you are. There is your 2-hook flapper rig. How easy was that? Look at that. That's going to flap around. That's why they called it the flapper rig. See what I mean? It's not tangling. So those swivels are moving around freely. See what I mean? I'm making a mess of this line. Oh, it's a little tangled, but then it'll untangle itself, look. And obviously your weight just clips onto there, and then it's not made for whacking it out like hundreds of yards. It's only for like a little lob, like 40 to 60 yards. You don't need to absolutely bomb out there, because yet again, it's a scratching rig. So put that one away. Good rig for wrasse though. Very good rig for wrasse. I've got this little spot where you can see the wrasse just swimming about, and you get some jambaleyas there. In the wallet it goes. Okay, that's in. Another rig done. Let's have a chat time. I've lost my vape, it's in my pocket. Let's have a look. Do you have to be on 1K subs to go live? I think you can stream. You can stream on YouTube and go live that way if you've got under 1K subs. Now, when I hit 1K subs, not a lot changed at all. It was still the same until about a couple of weeks later. I got to monetize my ads, so then you can earn, like for an example, a small fraction of like a little bit of money for your content you have made. It's not hundreds and hundreds of pounds. Like for an example, I think it's like if you hit 1K views, I think it's like $1 and a bit or something. It's not a lot at all, and especially if you're not even hitting 1K views on a video, then you're not really getting much. I haven't been paid from YouTube yet. Like I said, I'm doing it because I love the sport and I'm just sharing my knowledge with everyone. Click where you go to upload a video and you'll find go live. You can't go live that way, Greg. I'm pretty sure you have to stream it instead. So it used to happen to me. It took me weeks until you had to like be eligible, and then you have to like click on all these bits on YouTube. I'll help you out. Once you hit 1K, I'll show you. But yeah, and then other things that change, you can put like posts on your YouTube community. Like you've probably seen on mine, my girlfriend in the hot tub, and you see a little picture of me with some mackerel. So you can do that, and you can do polls. What other bits can you do? There's other bits and bobs you can enable and that. I'm thinking what else you can do. Not a lot changes really. And once you hit over 1K subs, it's still, you'll think you'll skyrocket, your subscribers will go up, but it doesn't really. It's still quite slow. But it's just about whacking that content out there, do as best as you can, and then people will see it, they'll share it, they'll love it, and from there you'll just absolutely blow up. Get Chesil Beach and you guarantee $10. Yeah, but that's one thing that annoyed me when I done the Chesil Beach video. I think I've got over 20,000 viewers that watched it, but I didn't have 100K subs then, so I earned nothing from that video. But until you start whacking in like hundreds and hundreds of views, hundreds of thousands, then that's when you'll start making money. I need to go Chesil Beach again. I think me and Andy are actually we're targeting wrasse this year, wrasse bashing, so that's gonna be absolutely fun. I'm gonna try and beat a £5 wrasse. We're gonna be targeting smooth hound. Never caught one. They look wicked, smoothies do. And rays is on the target list as well. And obviously winter time, it's just gonna be cod bashing and you're congering. I want wrasse. You should be able to, well, I don't know. Do you get wrasse up your way, Amazing Fishing? I think I've spoken to it about you before. They like snaggy ground. Anywhere where there's snaggy ground, they'll like. Turbot. We get the odd turbot down where my local area. I have seen them been caught off that Long Beach before that you see me fish. We get flounders off there. I've had like a £5 bullos off there, which was really odd on sand. I've had my PB bass on there. You get gurnard, wrasse, pollock, whiting, dogfish, eels. I call it the Chesil Beach of St Austell because it just slopes down like that. It's not shingle, it's man-made beach, but it just boom like that. It's not a beach that slowly slopes off like that. It's just straight up down like Chesil Beach. Rightio, I think I should end the live now. I'll have to do a 24-hour sesh at Chesil. Are you allowed to get away with camping there or not? I'm not 100% sure if you are. I guess it can't really do you if you just take your bivvy and fish there all night. As long as you pick all your litter up after. I've done a 24-hour video, absolutely knackering. We went to, I think it was 3 different beaches in that video, or 2 different beaches, but running along the rocks. Should be allowed to, yeah, that's what I thought. It's a massive beach anyway, they should allow you. Right, I'm going to end the live stream here, guys. Massive thank you for you guys tuning in. Anyway, a great little live, mate. Keep up the good work. Same for you, Master Fisherman. I'll keep watching your videos as well. They're brilliant. But yeah, thank you everyone again for tuning in. And we'll see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.